Alrighty, how to win at Blitz Part 2. These videos are going to be fairly easy. Second video, you're going to have to stick with me on this, because my second tip is Pramo. And you're going to think I'm going to say, fire lots of Pramo. Here, pen stuff, Pramo's great. I'm going to say quite the opposite. Winning at Blitz isn't about firing Pramo. It's not about driving straight at stuff and firing Pramo at it. In fact, quite the opposite. If you have a Pramo habit and you want to improve your win rate, you need to wean yourself off Pramo. Now don't get me wrong, it's a glorious thing, right? You're driving along, you're looking at something frontally, you're looking at the hit skin of the tank, and you go, oh, that looks a bit hard, and you immediately switch to Pramo, and like, lo and behold, the hit skin is everything can go through. See, the thing is with that, Wargaming pretty much nerfed Pramo. They reduced the effective damage that you put out using Pramo. So the first thing is you're doing yourself out of damage. And you think about those games whereby the enemy teams won by a few hit points. Those few hit points likely wouldn't be on those tanks if they'd been smacked with normal AP. So, I mean, yes, you could make this video on effective ammo selection if you like, but you need to wean yourself off Pramo. Now, how do you wean yourself off Pramo? Well, the first thing is you need to start looking at the hit skins on tanks properly. Watch decent players play. They use very little Pramo, so even frontally there's weak spots on tanks and they're aiming at those weak spots. That's because a lot of them are obsessed with damage, but it's also because it's the right thing to do. The second benefit of winning yourself off Pramo, aside from actually learning how tanks are constructed and their weak points, is the fact that it will make you look for backs and sides on tanks. And once you start looking for backs and sides on tanks, you start developing map awareness. You start developing the ability to flank things. You start looking at the map carefully. You start looking at opponents and tank types and their traverse speed and whether you can get round the side of them. You start aiming at tracks. You start doing a whole load of virtuous things which you will never ever learn to do if you simply drive at things and spank Pramo into the front of them. It's like the very worst habit in Blitz. Now, the pop quiz in this video is how many rounds of premium ammunition am I going to fire throughout? And the answer to this question is going to be 0. I'm not going to fire one single round of premium ammunition in this game because there is absolutely no need. Look at the sides and backs of all of these heavy tanks. They are literally pennable. In my little British pew pew chieftain, you know, the pen on the chieftain's not bad, but if you watch a different game whereby I don't play the tank well, I don't flank it, I don't use the mobility of the tank, and I face off IS-8s, IS-6s, VKs, all these tanks frontally are like unpennable unless I'm switching up to Pramo. And the point that I'm switching up to Pramo, I'm cheating myself out of damage. But not only that, at the point I'm switching up to Pramo, what that says to me is I've put this tank in entirely the wrong place on the battlefield. It is not designed to be sat in front of massive heavy tanks trading shots with them. If it's in that situation, it's because I've not read the map, or I've put myself in a bad situation, or in all fairness it's the last tank in the game. But even then I should be driving round it and shooting it in the side. So you really must start weaning yourself off spanking APCR, because the reason you lose so much is doubtless that you drive at stuff and fire too much Pramo, and you really don't need to do it. The damage in games will come. It's not all done in the first minute and a half. I think in the first minute and a half of this game, I'm watching it back, I haven't shot anything. It doesn't matter. I've taken my time to work round the map and find the backs and sides of things that I can shoot without APCR. Which leads me to my final point on not shooting Pramo. If you don't shoot Pramo, what you will realise is that the best tanks in this game are the tanks that flex and adapt to situations. So meds, lights, things like Tiger Ones, things, you know, really mobile heavy tanks that tend to be the most fun tanks to play, because they enable you to flex around the map and they enable you to get the backs and sides of things. And overall, when you win driving something that is actually a nuanced tank without firing a single round of Pramo at some kid, that is far more satisfying than anything else. Ask yourself with premium ammunition what you're trying to prove. You're trying to prove that you can lose a load of credits by effectively just spanking Pramo into the front of a heavy tank. It's not the way to play the game. So my second tip, believe it or not, in winning more at Blitz, is far less Pramo. The moment you wean yourself off Pramo, you will start reading maps, you will start flanking, you will start learning hit skins, weak points, all these good things on tanks, and all of these good things are the things that will build your win rate. So, tip number 2, stop spamming Pramo at people. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. See you, bye.